Breathing sounds. How's it going? Uh, yep. Let's see. We're moving along. We got the YouTube live going. We got the Twitch live going. Hi, Rory. You mentioned about that long title there that your father apparently has. It sounds cool, but I don't know what. It's funny. I appreciate it. You mentioned it yesterday, the day before, whatever. Welcome to my almost daily streams. It's Sunday, so we got today. We're gonna stream tomorrow. Almost identical every single time. But what the same thing? You ask. Even though you've been here before. Now, the other people haven't been here before. So I'm going to be flying around a Microsoft Flight Simulator using the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. That one right there. You see it? You see it now? There is a can of Diet Coke involved, but I don't drink from the can. We pour it into a frosty glass. There it is. It's quite brown and icy. It tastes good this way though. It's my one Diet Coke of the day. Sometimes I have two. Look, I don't need your criticism. Today I've chosen Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Still, there's some planes in 2020 that I paid for that I can't fly around in 2024. So if I want to fly around in some of my fleet of aircraft that I paid for, my own money. Anyway, and plus I want to make sure 2020 is working. They just had an program update to it, but I don't know what, if anything, actually changed in 2020. The second half of the show is going to be me playing music. Of course, we alternate between guitars. And the guitar sessions are going to be starting for the next foreseeable, at least 5 or 6 guitar sessions with me restringing a guitar. So yesterday, I restrung this beautiful PRS CE24 guitar, one of my best guitars here. Oh, this guitar is it playing? Did a fine job restringing it. These are easy. It's not quite tuned up. But I'm not playing guitar today. I'm going to play, I'll bring my piano in. We're going to have just a regular Ken's Piano Lounge. Tune this up. Just new strings need a lot of tuning. That's better. All right, it's fine. But I'll do a different guitar next time, and we're going to put new strings on it. I think it's going to be one of my... we'll figure it out. When I more tricky, difficult, requires skill to actually. But I'm looking forward to today's relaxing mission today. I'm hoping we've been flying over Europe. Hey, frankly, we flew over South Africa quite a lot. We don't fly over the dark continent, or what I call South America, because they just haven't updated. They're supposed to have a South American update coming soon, so that's why I want to avoid it. Like a world update they call for South America. And until they do, I ain't going there. But that's fine. We do have an Oceania. We do have a lovely Oceania. I mean, by that I mean Australia and New Zealand. It's early morning in New Zealand. It looks like a pretty kind of day. And it's a very rough side of New Zealand. This western north coast here. There's not a lot of people there. A lot of people, but it's not that far from Queenstown. Let's check this area in here. It's good for, let's see, what kind of, this is 1,400 feet of grass. Oh, this place has asphalt. But we're going to do a different airplane. Now, we could actually take off in the Short Brothers plane and land there because you could definitely land on a short field. But I'm looking for something that, there's a couple planes in here that I really enjoy running that just don't run. Like the T-33 jet trainer is not available yet in 2024, and that's new, and I just bought it. But we can't really fly a bit. Oh, the other one I was thinking of is the Spitfire, because again, that's one of those that is an extra add-on plane that's I don't think available for 2024 yet. So we're gonna cold start the Spitfire. We're gonna take off from there. We're gonna check our liveries. Got a bunch of nice ones here. This is a plane you gotta, I believe I paid like 20 or 30 bucks extra for, but I mean, I love these older. We'll do this black Spit here. I don't know if we've tried that one too much. Weights and balance, we don't need all that fuel. Let's go down to about there. We're not gonna be flying all that long. And we're gonna practice our cold starting. It's a tricky one. That's why I enjoy it. Cold starting of the airplane, that's part of what I enjoy doing. This is a very well modeled 1940s plane. Hold on a second here. That includes, fuel pumps and primers, and yeah, I'll show you. All right, let's take a look at this Aeroplano. In addition, it makes full use of my control yoke here, my throttles, where I have 3 throttles. One is going to be the throttle, and you also have a propeller speed, I think, or pitch, I'm not sure, control, and also a mixture control. And all those I can control with my throttle body, assuming I have it set up correctly. We'll figure all that stuff out. Well, yesterday I was streaming, and with the day before, and it was Saturday. That was yesterday, and I had to get a delivery, so I muted my mic, and then I got the delivery, and then I came back and sat down and unmuted my mic. But what I didn't know was I didn't unmute my mic. I muted the other, my game channel, audio channel. So for like 10 minutes, there was no audio at all. That's what you call a scuff stream. So this is pretty real. I can already tell you it's interesting. Now it's not winter there, so I'm kind of wondering why. Isn't it summer there? Oh, whatever. This is gorgeous, though. Look how pretty this little airport is. I mean, it was. I think there again. There's an update, and this is definitely a beautiful custom. You got some that VW bus over there. Nice, decent sized runway, and look at the terrain we're going to be flying around in. This is the updated interior that includes the Garmin, but that's fine. All right. So the battery is on. We don't have to worry about that, but there's a bunch of stuff we do have to get going here. Let's see. Is this on here? Radio on. All right. So as you mentioned, I can adjust the throttle here. So we want the throttle here, mixture to full. Let's see. Ooh, I hope we can start up this plane like this. We might have to use the control EG. I'll have to figure it out. Okay. Fuel has to go on, so we got to figure out how to turn that on there right here. Let's see, maybe if I go here, hide the control stick. Now I can get it. There you go. Fuel valve on. That doesn't matter. All right. So everything there is on. Oh yeah, magnetos. I always forget those. Both of those got to go on. The wobble pump, see there's that red light there underneath the wobble pump. And what you want to do is operate the wobble pump until that light turns off. And that pressurizes or moves fuel into the fuel system. It takes about 10 of these, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, it just went off. Then you want to open up your engine primer and give this, I think, 3 or 4 till it says primed. It'll say primed in a second. Primed. Now, then you have to open up these covers, both of these covers. Now, the way you normally do it is you turn the mixture here and then it automatically goes on, but I don't know if we can do that. I'm going to try doing it this way. Go on this way. It may not, just because. No. Magnetos are on. Fuel is open. I'm gonna reprime this. Wonder if I didn't turn something on over here. Let me just check real quickly. Like, is there a fuel? Those are fine. What is rudder trim? It's set up, by the way. Fine. These are okay. Pitch trim. Carburetor is normal, is fine. That doesn't matter. Let me try one more time here. Ooh. Interesting. Something's happened. Can't believe I actually started it up the second time. They're tricky to start up. I didn't do anything all that different. I did put the carburetor air filter in operation. I think you might need that. Come think of it. Are we moving? I don't want to move. Why are we moving? Not that it's a big problem. Where is our yoke here? Wheel brakes on. Whew. So how's my weekend going? It's going good. This is a hairy plane. We're flying up the apparently rather desolate west coast of New Zealand. I've done it a few times, but not that often. But you can see how rough it is. We're going to be flying, and one of the issues is just not only getting off the ground, but avoiding the mountains that are kind of on either end here. Let's open this up, canopy open. I just like the canopy open. And we're flying in this livery I've never flown, though. The Spitfire from 1941, 1939 or whatever. Supermarine Spitfire. And we actually got it started. I'm pretty proud of that. All right, so before I ruin anything, I want to make sure that... Okay, mixture's there. Okay, yeah, we're going to call out. We're going to request leaving. We're going to tune traffic. I don't care which way. It's going to route us into the wind, so I think it's going to put us down that side. Right? Well, the wind is sideways. But no, it's going good. I'm having a good time. I'm going to watch some... I wanted to get started a little early. We might finish around 1 p.m. my time because that's when the playoffs start. You know, there's 2 playoffs game. I don't actually mind if I'm like an hour or 2 in, because what I do is record them and I just go over the commercials. Okay, what's going on? Okay, look at that tail wheel back there. Is that locked or something? What is going on there? Oh. Whoa, too fast. Too fast. Oh, this plane is really not like it going. Okay, I gotta move this stuff down here. There we go. Alright, that is flowing. Which way does this want us to go? Hey, which way? I think it's our choice, but we gotta go one way or the other. Alright, we'll go down this side here. We gotta go down one side here. Oh, you gotta taxi very slow in this plane. It's not very stable. You can see how narrow the track is there and how those wings, which are full of fuel, so if you try to turn or do anything at any kind of speed, it'll just flop over on that side. And the engine is so powerful that it puts out a lot of torque, and the propeller, it puts out a lot of torque. I hope both games are close. You know, usually the playoff games can be close, but the Super Bowl itself could be kind of far off. We're getting some beautiful... I don't... By the way, it's the height of summer in New Zealand, so I don't know why we're seeing snow here. Maybe we're at quite an altitude. It says 148 feet, so... I just think the game is kind of bugged in terms of weather. I do want to... Oh, maybe I didn't... Oh, yeah, I didn't turn her off from last time. Let's double check this here. Let's turn this down to idle here. Okay, weather. I want to make sure I have real weather turned on. Okay, live weather is turned on. Time of day. Yeah, I don't understand that. I think it's a bug. Okay, why am I mean, it's definitely snow. But, what can I say? Oh, okay. Let's do a stop here. Return here. All right. Close the canopy because we can't take off with the canopy open. There we go. Canopy closed. Get these going forward a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's our tail wheel. I think there's a tail wheel lock somewhere. We really need to weird it. All right, let's just take off if we can. Let's see if we can kind of get going a little bit here. Ooh, it really wants to wiggle off the runway. There we go. A little more power there. We should be able to get something going here. There we go. Did not want to take off. Let's try that again from the runway. Whew. This plane, this is 2020, right? Let me, I think I did not have it configured. The other thing, I was using too much, I mentioned before, I gave it too much throttle. We're going to start at the same place, but we're going to start hot. I gave it too much throttle, and I think that was a problem. Because I mentioned, it torques the plane so much, it wants to, yeah, exactly. It wants to turn it over. So it can't take off stably. I've taken off a million times in this plane. Well, a few times. Not always successfully. It happens. I'm not too worried about it. During takeoff and landing, open the canopy. Anyway, let's just say ready to fly and see what happens. All right. All right, we're going to head the engine to about there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, now there you go. Well, it kind of wants to do the same thing there. At least we kind of got it off the ground here. Oh, maybe you do need flaps. All right, gear up. Look, any landing you survive is a good one. But then we got to go through this canyon here. Because this plane, it's not like we just take off and like fly over this mountain. Imagine if it was dark, you know. I still got just about full power here. But it's not. It's early morning. But we're going to have to... Okay, that's where we took off from behind us. We're going to have to figure out how to get out of this canyon. We'll fly right the canyon. All right, there's power here. All right. So we are flying around the beautiful, for some reason, snowy, wintry New Zealand. Whatever. I mean, it does, you know, and it looks, that only looks okay. The 2024 looks better. But that's all right. I don't think I can fly this plane in 2020. All right, let's head out this way. But again, as I was mentioning, this is a not very populated part of New Zealand, which is big. You know, there's some highly populated areas in New Zealand, but this whole part of New Zealand just has a few things here and there. And then and quite a few mountains that don't think are snow covered. All right, let's keep heading up here. I think the reason why we didn't get off the ground is we do need flaps for takeoff. I'd learned a little something. All right, oops, we're in full power here. But we may not make it out of here alive. We're going pretty fast, aren't we? Wow, very steep terrain here. This canyon here. We're fine though. Wow. Well, this is, you know, you know me and the rugged mountain terrain. Beautiful. Yeah, New Zealand's got it. You think of it as an island, but man, when you're there, it definitely seems like a continent, like a small continent. And you know, it's not just a few mountains; it's like ranges of mountains. All right, which way is the water? The water is west of us, so I think, like, if we were to kind of go this way to the west, we're gonna hit the ocean. Oh, look at this! There's a lake. Check out the lake. Here's what it looks like from here. Now, again, I have real-time weather turned on and time of day, so I did not have to change the time. It's early in the morning there. That's what I've heard as well. And I have a personal friend, my friend Stephanie, who is actually a citizen who grew up in America but moved to New Zealand, you know, like some decades ago, is a citizen of New Zealand. This is interesting here. You see there's a river there, and then like two, obviously glacial lakes there. When a glacier recedation recedes, it leaves behind lakes that looks like that. Now we're going to head for the Martins Bay Aerodrome and see what it looks like. It might be an actual airport that we can land at. I don't know. But I'm already, look, at least we got off the ground. I did cold start it. All my procedures weren't perfect, but hey. How do we get this thing back to the, it's one of these, right? Show tablet. Oh, cool. Forgot about that high tablet. And this one is, one of these changes the mode. This thing, I thought. No. Anyway. Alright, so let's head down this one. There's some more stuff over there. Plane is performing quite nicely. This would definitely be one to fly in the real world. You get that feeling of just being just you in the plane. And you know, nothing else in between. Yeah, there's got to be a way to change over that to the Garmin, because we had that in the first time. This is on, right? think it's just some weird little control here. But this show tablet's kind of cool. The tablet, I believe, has things like a some checklists that might have helped us, like for takeoff. Fuel booster pump. Where's that? I don't even think we have any. That's the afterlife. The other things I think it has, let's see, a bunch of stuff. You can adjust your tanks. Oh, and this is an autopilot, which of course wouldn't have been standard. Check this out. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen this in a while. Not in a while. So here's, you can change that to the Garmin. Okay, interesting. If you want to have a modernized navigation system. Okay. Good to know. Here we are flying low over this beautiful lake. But as I mentioned, we're heading out towards the actual ocean. This is kind of the ocean where if you went far enough west, you're going to definitely hit Australia. Now, as far as Martins Bay Aerodrome, my guess is a little grass landing strip. We need something pretty long. And the reason why is tail draggers are really hard to land. And they're very hard to slow down. You can't just jam the brakes on them. So you're going to need to let about 5,000 feet to slow down. Look how tiny this little strip is here. Well, at least it's not grass, but it's barely rock there. It's just not long enough. I guess we could try it. Wonder, and look, this is a cool beach with like a lagoon behind it. I guess this is where the river comes out. And probably a pretty desolate beach, not too many people there. All right, so if we fly over the ocean, it's gonna be hours before we get to. It takes hours to get to Australia. Fly around New Zealand some more. We're gonna fly up the coast north a little bit. There's nothing really north-south, that's for sure, that direction. Nothing. Long way. And not much north. We'd have to go east over the mountains to get to Queensland. And that would also take like an hour. It's a big continent. Or island nation. So I'm just trying to check out this coastline too. Looks like there's a lot of beach. These look like rocky beaches. You can kind of tell those are rocky beaches. But I bet there's some nice sandy beaches around here. I would like to visit New Zealand. Okay. Loot up this guy here so we can see our little map. Let's see. RPM looks good. Boost looks good. Oil temperature and radiator temperature are fine. This plane's also very easy to overheat. The engine. It will overheat if you simply keep it on power too long. So, okay, so this coastline here again, it's just look like so much, not much, you know, beautiful natural coastal wilderness of New Zealand. And this is like, is this even it's like a big bay beach strip. So this is a place where you could land a plane that's capable of landing on sand. This one is not. So the question is why you land there? I guess there's like a house there. It's like, there's a couple of houses, a couple people living here. But you can't really see where the beach strip is. It's there. Oh, hello. Hill. That beach space strip. I don't know. I just love it. We should find a city and fly around a city, but I don't know if we're really around here. All right, if we brought this up, we'll do a short city flight after this. You can kind of see on this map here a little there is going on here. What's up here? NZQE. Okay, that's that airstrip. 1,200 feet of grass. Yeah, we also can't land there. We need at least 4,000 feet. I don't think there's anything even near us. Where we took off isn't long enough to land. Hello. Okay. The closest thing that we could potentially land at is here. 1,200 feet asphalt. We can't even land there. That's tiny. Not up here. We can't get to there. There's no time. Yeah, these places are tiny. You need a really small aeroplane. There's a bigger city quite a ways up north. Up here. That's pretty small. That's pretty small. Yeah, these are a lot of little airstrips. That's alright. We don't necessarily have to find a nice place to land. We just enjoy the beautiful scenery. But yeah, there's definitely a couple of planes I really enjoy flying. Now, I also enjoyed flying the Flying Pink school bus. As far as I know, you still can't fly that in 2020. I mean, you can load it up, but it doesn't get off the ground. This is a little grass airstrip right off the beach. There's somebody living there. And then there's a river that goes back there. Wow. Middle of nowhere. But yeah, this plane is not designed for short... well, it would have been able to take off on grass strips. When it was operational in World War II, it commonly would have operated on grass strips, but longer than 2,000 feet. Because they had a lot of them in southern England, and that's where they were operating from. So they would be operated, I mean, I'm not saying you can't operate them from a grass strip, you just need about 4,000 feet of grass. And we get like 1,200 feet of grass there. Look like I gotta join a marbles race. Look at that dying here. Alrighty, marbles. Anyway, I hope everyone have a nice weekend. I am looking forward to relaxing with some snacks and some playoff games later. But yeah, a little tour of desolate coast of New Zealand. Honestly, it's a vibe. Enjoy a little of my Diet Coke that we have before morning. One thing you can get at nighttime and in certain circumstances, when you over rev it, you get little bits of fire coming out of those coming out of the exhaust ports there. But it's really hard. I mean, like if I give it full mixture, I mean normally that would cause it to burn extra gas, but it's not fully mod. I can't really figure out the circumstances, but sometimes you can see fire coming out of there. I think on this one, maybe it's only the sea fire that does that, not the spit fire, because they look about the same. But again, first time I've flown this livery, and it's a winner. I mean, what's the bottom look like? Got that red accents there, and those 6-pointed stars. They're not Stars of David, by the way. It's what it was. They were used for a specific air corps, I think, in World War II. Pretty. There, that looks pretty. Green water flowing into the ocean. All right, we're gonna land, or I don't even care. You know what I mean? What is this one I'm coming? Just because I feel like we're gonna pick a city and we're gonna drive there. We're gonna fly into the city. This is a very short runway, but I think it's longer than the other. 1,200 feet. Yeah, not even a chance. The one past it is 2,360 feet out of air asphalt. That's our best shot at landing. How far is it? It's like 30 miles. I don't know if I have the patience for it. Oh, look at how this river is winding like a snake. Okay? Check out this snaky river here. This is amazing. I love this kind of stuff. It's really interesting how the physics of rivers cause them to, over hundreds of years, really relatively short period of time, completely move their path around, like this whole valley at one point. But look at all these, back and forth, snakies. That is a lot of snakies. But look how far it goes. The snakes, back, forth, and then out to the river there. Wow. It kind of gets snaky up here too. It's something to do with the the shape of the way the bottom, the slope of the bottom, and how silty it is, how much sand there is, which is a lot. But I really like this whole little valley here. Again, it goes out to the ocean, but then it goes into the mountains and it goes a long way. All right, we want to head. I think we can head this way. Are we anything close? Are we anywhere near this? Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna go in here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, because I want to get a second mission in, I'm going to do something I don't normally do, which is use the slough, which eventually gives us a speed. Because this is going to be kind of boring. I mean, not this part. This is real interesting. But once we get into this valley here... I mean, this plane does move. We're not going slow. Come in here, we're going to make this turn here. We're going to stay nice and low. We're going to turn on that valley there. We're going to make a turn. And that goes off that direction. It just looks really pretty. We'll head in this direction. Is there a road down there? I'm hard to tell. No, that's just... to get into here, and our destination is ahead. You see, what I meant by boring is this little valley here. It goes a long way. We got to go to that dot there. All right. So what we're gonna do is, I think it's Y, and then we can just do this, but make the valley go rather quickly. It's quite a ways. Slewing, but then we can land. I don't like to just leave the plane in the air. This is not my thing. And this is gonna be hard. It's only 2,500 feet of Earth. Okay. All right. So we're flying around. We're gonna try to land at this little thing up here. Okay, which way is the runway? It's like south to north, right? So we're going to try to line up here. This is going to be tricky, as I mentioned. I want to land as close as possible to the, near end of this runway, because it takes, unlike sun planes where you can brake and slow down with no problem, this one you can't. You just have to run it out. But, and I've certainly never landed here before. It's pretty. I mean, look at some of these valleys. Look how far that goes. Wow. You get that great sense of depth. I'm going to line us up, give us a lot of line up here. As best I can, so that we can work on, make sure we're at a nice low speed and altitude. Just our minimum speed. That's kind of the angle we want. Probably want to put our flaps down and our brakes down there. Gear down. Gear hopefully will start coming down soon. When we get slow enough. There it is. Gear and flaps. Okay, let me give us a little more power. This is a reasonable lineup. I'm 100% sure here. Okay. Alright, Haas Aerodrome. Okay, we're gonna basically just kind of waft ourselves in here. I think I see it. Air landing. I don't expect to... Well... Alright, 125 is too fast to land, and we certainly can't stop at 125. That's what it looks like from here. But below 85, we will definitely stall out and approach. But we're still well above that. I want to basically hit that. There's a tree right in front of that runway, isn't there? That's a really smart idea. If we hit this tree, I'm going to call this a win, because in the real life, we wouldn't put that there. We're going to need all this runway to stop. We just don't want it. This doesn't want to stop. But I think we might be able to do this. I'm just pulsing the brakes. You know what? That's a win. That's a W right there. Look at this little, this cool little aerodrome here. That's where we landed. Oh my God, that's really cool. I'm gonna want to replay that one and the VODs. Don't try that at home. This is not that easy a plane to land, and especially stopping it once you've landed. Okay, we're come up to the apron here. Parking area where we could refuel and that kind of thing. Like a guy over here we want to run over. And fine, we'll park right here. He's fine. Look, we're over here, buddy. Okay, so there's that. One of the cool things about this plane is you open the canopy, you unlock the door, then you open the door and it opens, which is kind of cool. And you can see that from here. So you can see that, and there's kind of an emergency axe on the attached to the door frame, though. You can use to bust the windows if the door doesn't open. Jammed for some reason. But it's kind of cool how you can see the door open there. We're going to take a screenshot. A little further out, right there. Perfect. All right, but I want to do another mission. Okay, before we do that, what I'm going to show you all is that all we got to do to shut off the engines is turn off your magnetos and your mixture. That's something because it's very quiet in here. There's your engine. Beautiful rendition of this plane. Just seems so perfect. And again, as long as you can open the doors and the canopy, I'm happy. But man, it's got so much extra to it. Of course, I paid good money for this. All right, second mission. We flew over the middle of nowhere. Now we're going to fly over the somewhere in a different plane, but maybe in New Zealand. We've done Christchurch, we've done Auckland, but have we done Wellington? Just so you can see, so there's Christchurch, there's Wellington. Where's Auckland? And Auckland's up here. Let's do Auckland. We've done Wellington and Christchurch. We'll do Auckland. Which is actually here, by the way. Auckland Zoo, etc. Okay, we'll take off from the military base. Very nice. And then we're going to head south and check out Auckland, which I don't know if we've actually seen in quite a while. But what plane, you wonder? What plane? What plane? They're all so good. Another one that we can't fly in because it's not available yet, from what I can tell, is the Aviation Alice. So we'll do that one. We're going to pick up the, this green one. I would like that. We're going to start on the runway. I mean, this plane, you know, it's extremely benign starting, but that's okay. So starting is boring. I mean, it's an electric plane. You flip some switches. It's not like there's a fuel management system. But again, I would fly this plane a lot in 2024, except every time I try to fly it, only one of the engines starts up. You can't fly this on one engine. It needs two, or I call them fans because it's a motor and a fan. It's not really an engine. But it's a great, fun plane to fly. So that's why 2020 is going to be around for a while in my life, so I can fly some of these planes that I really prefer to fly also, and are very unique. They are in the process of certifying the Aviation Alice plane that we'll be flying. And in 2027, it's supposed to start commercial flights. So not this year, not next year, but maybe late next year. It takes a while for a completely new airplane design to be accepted in the world. Um, you know, there's safety. There's a lot of things to consider, and it's pretty radical. But so there's a lot of flight testing that has to be done before it's certified. But apparently they're going through the process right now. I'm not 100% sure it'll be successful, but it is pretty cool, and it's definitely cheaper to fill up the fuel with electric power than it is with gasoline, with jet fuel, whatever. Hopefully that will start up in a second here. Am I in this marbles race? Now I am. All right. Is this moving? Or is it frozen? Hello? That's moving. My game might have froze. I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds because normally it would be moving. I'm gonna look at my oh, I think it just moved a little bit. Maybe it didn't. I'm bringing up my task manager and see if it's actually doing anything. Yeah, I mean those little words are changing, but the blue bar isn't really moving anywhere. Right? That's interesting. You know, stuff happens. See, yeah, see the aviation melody. So it's not crashed. The program is running, but that blue bar at the bottom should be moving to the right, and it should have already gotten there by now. Wow, it was running. It must be loading a lot of Auckland terrain. I thought, man, I've never seen it go quite that long. But I mean, it had to load this beautiful plane. It had to load all of that Auckland stuff. At least you see both engines are actually running here. So yeah, it was fine. Okay, here's this military base that's just north of Auckland. And again, this plane is gorgeous. Those are the nacelles, which for some reason are repurposed turboprop nacelles. Those intakes at the bottom are not needed, but that is how they look. They're it's just anyway. And the inside is very high tech. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on in the back. It's very very luxurious. All right, so the thing we need to do is notice that there's a takeoff, there's a taxi range and power switch, and it has to be in power for takeoff. You just don't get enough power from the engines unless they are in power mode. And it's kind of the first time you fly this, you go like, well, why aren't I taking off? All right, this I think we already have takeoff permission here. So we're gonna roll the plane. Now it is a very heavy plane because of the batteries, and they don't get lighter over time. We're running full power, right? Oh no, I have two throttles. Okay, I gotta fix something up there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What are we doing? Okay, we're getting there. 120 is takeoff speed. We're almost there. It has a long. It basically has a long roll, but we're there. Gear comes off. Has a very thin wing, and so it's very slick and doesn't really require a lot of power once you get up to speed. Once you get configured for flight. That's a beautiful airport. It's apparently a military one. All right, so we're heading south towards Auckland. It's so quiet too. I realize now I gotta do something really quick. I don't think I actually changed my controls back to what they should be. Hold on a second. I do that from here. Controls from the OV10. I bet I have. Yeah, I have this set to OV10, and I want to be set to my throttle. Okay. Go back. Resume. So that'll give me control over both. There. Okay. Very good. All right. So we're heading towards Auckland. As you can see in the distance there's a freeway taking us in. That's the military base there, right here. Auckland's kind of, I think, this way, south and southeast. We'll kind of come in over the water. Oh, it's that way, but we'll kind of come in this direction. It's pretty sprawling. But yeah, it's a real different vibe than those canyons, those desolate canyons we were flying around in. So you get an actual app here. You got to swipe up. You get checklist, airplane. You can open and close the doors. Swipe up, swipe up. It's just like an iPad. There's checklists in there. Flight planner. I don't even know what that's about. I guess maybe you can do a landing. Is there a map? You don't really need a map. Notes. Navigraph. Oh, that's for something else. And there's a flight manual, which I don't think I've ever read. Oh, you have to. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I want that. Okay. And then settings. All right, and that shows the battery percentage. Oh, there's some cool stuff in there. All right, let's head towards the city. We don't want to get too much altitude. This is the Wow River. Wow. Okay. Looks like they have like these. They're routing power over the water there. Nice. Okay. Whoops. Overspeed. Overspeed. As I mentioned, this plane is very slick. Aerodynamically. You got to be careful about overspeeding it. You can definitely get going too fast. I think 220 is VNE. You don't want to go faster than 220. And we're doing 180. And I want to get nice and low so you can see the Auckland Zoo. Again, if we don't have like an urban canyon carving flight, I feel disappointed, frankly. So the zoo's going to be here, apparently. It's like there, here, pretty. Like there's the enclosures. Yeah, now I think we have been to Auckland pretty recently. There's a park over there, but I think it's a stadium, right? Check it out. Maybe it's Wellington's the one we haven't been to. We've gone to the major cities of New Zealand. Let me just put it that way. So Eden Park is a multi-purpose sporting area. You're gonna have a cricket field next to a. Oh no, that's 2 cricket fields, I think. Cricket's popular in a lot of parts of the world. Or maybe it was a convertible to a soccer / football field. Yeah, but it's a nice, quiet, smooth ride. That's for sure. It makes it fun. You do have those.
400.
Yeah, it's going to be doing that a lot. You do have the radar altimeter announcing stuff. But radar altimeter is very handy for landing. This one it has a count of like 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet. It's really cool. Okay, there's the domain, which is I don't know, government building, and then the tower. Every self-respecting European city has to have a tower. I mean, like a tower you can go up in to see. But we do not have a Sydney Opera House because we're not in Sydney. It's cool. It almost like that. It looks like that cruise ship is coming into port. And then the same LNG tanker you're going to find out of the San Francisco Bay. Ooh, there's a bridge. Oh yeah, the Auckland Harbor Bridge. I like this whole kind of area here where you can live if you wanna. All right, but I suggest that going under the Auckland Harbor Bridge is probably a larf. Now, the one thing this plane does not have is roll rate, man. It just doesn't want to roll or turn. It's not a sporty plane. But that's okay. I don't mind. It's about as fast as it can turn. Oh, and there's nice like cargo ships there. They're nicely rendered. Yeah, see that bridge there? It's real low. So it's going to require us to fly about 20 feet off the water here. And the radar announcer is going to say, yeah, 20 feet.
500.
Yeah, we're way too high.
400.
I know. It's going to say 300 pretty soon. Actually, I don't know. We seem like we're
300.
Pretty low already. Plenty of room.
200.
And it's got the New Zealand flag flying over it. And probably the
100.
Auckland state flag. I don't know. All right. So
20.
Pause time. Yeah, so that's New Zealand. I think that must be, kind of the the island, the North Island. All right, back in the plane. Cool bridge though. Nicely, you know, think of all the parts they had to make. All right, we're back in the plane. All right, under the old bridge. Under the bridge. All right, let's do a little actual canyon carving. That's like a rock in the middle of a. There's probably a lighthouse on it. Watchman Island. I guess they must be big fans of the comic book around here.
500.
This place also reminds me of San Diego. Like many cities, coastal cities, you know. But yeah, that's the bridge we just went under. Huge marina. Big freeways. I imagine there's a lot of seafood restaurants. I'm hoping. Parks and greeneries, and then that huge tower. Nice. Alright, so we're going to land at Auckland International. We're going to call it a flight simulation stream. And then I'm going to bring my piano in here. I'm looking forward to playing some lounge music, you know, my traditional lounge music. This is the New Zealand War Memorial right here, according to the
400.
Auckland War Memorial. Nicely complicated. Obviously, a really nice museum, and I'd like to go there. All right, Auckland International. Which way is the runways? It will certainly have nice long runways. All right, it's thinking. This is something that 2020 does that 2024 does not. That's some good Diet Coke. Where is this so-called Aeropuerto? Okay, so it wants us to kind of come in from the ocean there, from the water side. So we'll go to the water. This is like a racetrack or something down here.
1000.
And it looks like it's got a lot of other stuff going on, like a shopping mall or something. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of looks like a racetrack. Horse racing, maybe? Is that popular down there? I think it probably is. Maybe it's sheep racing. We already discovered there's what, 10 sheep for every human being in New Zealand? It's something like that. Or 8 sheep. It's quite a few. We talked about that last time. All right, we're going to go out here. We're going to land in from... Actually, everyone else is landing towards the water. Let's follow them in. So that means we're going to make a turn here. Which is fine. Now, one of the things we don't have to worry about is ejecting fuel if we're overweight, because we're always the same weight as batteries. They don't use up power. How much power do we have left? We've got like a 96% charge. You can see it here on this central MFD here. 94% charge, and it shows the range. Oh, by the way, it would have more. I was supposed to remember to go from power to range after takeoff. It doesn't matter that much for our purposes, but again, that's one of the few things it's really different about this plane than other planes, is you managing this taxi, range, and power switch, because it affects how much power is going to go to the engines and how efficient they're operating. You need to be in power for takeoff, you need to be in taxi on the ground, and then you need to be in efficiency mode, effectively in cruise mode, in all the other times. So it takes a bit of thinking about it. Okay, the airport is down there. And there's some planes coming in there, like ANZ, Air New Zealand, Flight 680. Hold on, I get in on marbles right here. Not trimmed. Gotta be trimmed about there, I would think. But we're gonna get in kind of behind this line of planes here. Oh yeah, looks like there's plenty of room after this one. Some more beautiful New Zealand terrain. Lots of water. Lots of greenery. It just reminds me of like California, or kind of the best parts of America. Physically. We're going to be landing over there. You see those planes coming in for a landing there. Reducing bit here. Here's the ground. I just think this shade of green and white for this plane is just so amazing. They have some other colors, but I just love it. So yeah, you got to be careful with this plane. It will want to go very fast when you start descending. And it's just a quirk of the fact that it has very slim wings, which is a quirk of the fact that it doesn't need to put fuel in the wings, so they might as well be slim. Most planes that are powered by gasoline or jet fuel have thick wings, so they can, because that's where the fuel tanks are, thicker than needed. And these has these super slim wings. You see, they're like paper thin compared to most planes, but they're very strong. I think they're composite. There's our runway did ahead.
2,500.
Thank you. It's going to be saying that a lot. Well, every 500 feet, and then we would get it then 100 feet, and then below 100 feet, I think it goes, over 50, 40, 30. But it's actually, it's pretty helpful. I don't know of a way of turning it off, but that's fine. All right, landing lights are on. Well, they've always been on. That's fine. Oh. It does not turn on a dime, that's for sure. But, you can use rudder. You can use whatever you need here. All right, now we're watching our speed, and we are going pretty fast. So we're going to start putting some flaps down. So you want partial flaps there, and actually full flaps. Oh, I forgot we didn't have our gear down yet. So that might be an issue. Okay, fortunately, the gear comes down pretty fast. There we go. I mean, at high speeds without being damaged. That's nice. All right, even less power to the engines here. And now we basically just coast in. I ruined my lineup. We're fine. But yeah, 120 is surprisingly close to stall speed. It will stall at around 100. It's just not even with the flaps down, those wings are still pretty small. But it's other than that, it's actually one of the easier planes to land. Besides the lineup and maintaining your speeds in that white range
1,000.
there. It's quite easy. Which is good. Commercial planes that are modern designs should be, able to be landed quite without a lot of drama.
500.
And this one, it just you just feel like
400.
it's kind of on rails. But
300.
I'm controlling it.
200. 100.
Speed.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, softest landing. Don't wake the baby. Do not wake the baby. Gotta get some wind here, so we're gonna put the flaps up. Softest landing I've ever had. And I can tell, by the way. I mean, it's just, again, the plane is designed to be super stable and just kind of just does what you want on landing. It's hard to describe, but I would describe this as the easiest plane to land. Taking off is pretty easy. Most planes it is. The landing is usually the hairy part. So we're landing. We took off at the military Auckland airport, but this is the Auckland International Airport here. Where's the tower? I guess the towers are. There's probably a couple of towers. So probably one of the second busiest airport, or third, or probably the second. Yeah, second biggest after Wellington. Maybe it's the most busy airport. Come think of it, Auckland's busiest city. Check out what's over here. Look at this plane here. That's the Vulcan, which is a plane I have. This one right here, but I haven't flown in a while. It's really not fun to fly. It's even more ponderous than one of those big. By the way, you notice that the engines appear to have shut down completely at idle because they're electric. You don't give them power or they don't run. But they're not shut down. I can start them up anytime. But I just don't want them. All right, so let's see. We're going. Oh yeah, we go into taxi. We can turn off engine power. So now they will power down there. And then, I mean, we could probably open some doors, but basically what you want, you got to hide the joysticks to see the master powers. Master avionics off, power off. You're going to turn off your little EFB here, right? How do you turn it off? Doesn't matter. One thing you can do that's kind of fun, we got a minute or two here, is you can set up, you can turn your chocks on. You can call your charger to open the cargo door and the main door. And now you can see the charger, which is kind of looks like a Tesla charger. And it's showing, it's actually, okay, no, we actually have to go and hook it up. Which we can do, oh, no, not from here. Hold on. We do it from, hold on. I can fix this here. All right, so now it's charging. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Give me 1 second here. We're almost done with this segment anyway. I just want to set up a, oof. All right, there we go. Set up a screenshot of this beautiful plane hooked up to the charging unit. Doors are open. Yeah, it's struggling a bit with all the polygons. I hope that plane doesn't want to back up on top of me soon. But, yeah. All right, that's pretty. We're going to take an outdoor screenshot from here. Yeah, I like it. Something's running. We'll go a little lower here. All right, screenshot time. And then you know what's going to happen. I think you do if you've ever seen my show before. About the same every time. There'll be a mid-roll. I'll run my mid-roll. Oh, Diet Coke, by the way. Cheers. Hope everyone enjoyed the Diet Coke today. There's going to be a mid-roll. After the mid-roll, we will be in the musical segment. I'm going to drag my piano, which is sitting over there. I got to take my stand in, my piano, and plug it in. It takes a solid 3 minutes, sometimes more. So, going to get started on that. And it's going to be Ken's Piano Lounge. And then after that, playoff time. It's going to get close, and yeah, it'll be playoff time starting in a half an hour. So I'll probably play for about an hour, though. You know, we'll go over. All right, so I'm going to get out of this here. Main menu. And tomorrow, we'll play 2024. We'll do the newer simulation. I think there's a bunch of planes in 24. 24, I really still haven't played, you know, or done much with. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. All right, I'm going to switch to the music category. Music category. Switch to the music category. Here we go. Very good. And then run my mid-roll. Okay. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging around. It's the second half of the show. Yay! Which means I'm going to play some piano for you. Let me warm up a little bit here. I'm going to adjust this camera angle a little bit. I don't know. It's a little different every time. Yeah, that's not right. All right, how do I? Yeah, it's not like giving me enough of this up here. That's better. Got warm a little bit. Welcome to Ken's Lounge. I'm having some Diet Coke. All right. So what Ken's Lounge means, it's just a way of saying I'm going to play some piano. The songs I'm going to be playing are on this list, on this piece of paper here. I like to call it the piece of paper. It's very high tech. It's 8.5 by 11, and on it are writings, and the writings consist of names of songs. Top of the World Carpenter, that kind of thing. Top of the World Carpenter, you know, right? But I'm not reading music or lyric or anything. There was a song was playing. How's it going? Back to the old piano. All right, more songs off the list. For example, oh shit, yes, why not? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. And I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. My piano stand is a little too close to the. Oh, thanks for the follow, by the way. My piano stand is a little close to my desk. When I do this, it hits the desk, and then that hits the. Hits the. So my I've got 3 cameras. Hello from Portsmouth, UK. Well, good evening to you. It's afternoon here in California, America. So sit right back. We're gonna do a little more of my songs here. We did Top of the World. We did. Let's do the Charlie Brown song. I have, absolutely. I don't remember. I've heard of it. Wait. This is the right one. I don't have any drawings. Thanks for asking, though. Just a bunch of. By the way, you can always ask for requests, but I basically just do these classic lounge songs that I've learned over the years and decades, mostly from the 20th century. Some of them are a little newer, but yeah, some of them go way back. Like this is 1935. Anyway, if you're enjoying the lounge, be sure to sit back, have a Diet Coke like I am. Plenty more songs to go here. Here's Up, Up, and Away by the Fifth Dimension. There we go. Practice things. All right, I'm going to sing one. Let me get my Diet Coke to lubricate the old throat here. It's called Secret Agent Man. Johnny Rivers. There's a man who lives a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, well, another chance he takes. Odds on he won't live to see tomorrow. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say, and don't give yourself away. Odds on you won't live to see tomorrow. Well, secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. He's sunning in the Riviera one day, bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh, don't let the wrong words slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds aren't you won't live to see tomorrow. A secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Well, look out, it's a Agent Man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. Do. Some more instrumental songs. it's a trio of songs from movie pictures of the 70s and 80s, starting with Suddenly Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. And the second one is the theme from Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles, one of my favorite movies too. This third one, I mentioned a trilogy of movie songs. I think most of these songs won some pretty big awards, by the way. Can You Read My Mind from Superman the movie by John Williams, that John Williams. Well, thank you for letting us know. Hold on a second. We don't cotton to that kind of thing around here. From Superman the movie, 1976. Is that what it was at? With Christopher Reeves. Okay, after that one, I'm going to do pretty much randomly. Flashdance, my lounge version of Flashdance by Irene Cara. Get it right. All right, you can't really be a lounge pianist and not play a couple of these standards like Girls Weep and Name It. I don't know, short version of that song. And it wouldn't be a Ken's Lounge session without a few Steely Dan lounge versions. We got a little bit of Diet Coke, which is the fuel here. We burn here. It's still nice and cold. Okay, what are we gonna do? All right, I said multiple James Steely Dan songs. That was Peg. No, do Josie, which is. Do 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 do. Which song I was playing. Anyway, man, I'm not. I'm thinking a little ahead of myself. The problem is your concentration level. But I think I want to play one more song. If I play a song here. Wow. All right, folks. That's going to be it for today. Turn this on here. Get this in here. That was a fun little segment of Ken's Piano Lounge to wrap it up today. Oh, there's the hair. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you for all the comments. People come by saying hello. People watching most of the people are going to see this after the fact over the following week on YouTube. And you're welcome for the show. I'm sure, parts of it were good. Tomorrow, I enjoyed it too much. Tomorrow will be a shorter show because tomorrow's a work day for me. But I'm going to take an hour and a half break off from work tomorrow. 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to fly around at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I don't know where we're going to go fly around. We'll see what there is to see in the world. We'll, I don't know, Asia, Africa, Europe. Who knows? Could be anywhere in the world. The second half of the show is going to be a guitar segment, a guitar musical segment. And as I've been doing the beginning part of the guitar segment, I'm going to be taking a guitar, removing the strings, the old strings of the guitar, cleaning up the fretboard a bit with some Windex and the body, clean up, doing a little inspection on the guitar, restringing it with some brand new strings, turn it up. It takes about 10, 15 minutes, but it's just something I like doing. I might as well do it on stream. And then we're going to play the guitar for like another 20, 30 minutes. So that is tomorrow's prediction, at least. You know, if everything goes well, that will be tomorrow's stream. Today, it looks like nobody I know, or not that many people I know, are streaming anyway. So I'm just going to say goodbye, run my outro and say goodbye. Sometimes I do my little Carol Burnett outro and I sing my, I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. And she pulled her ear, Carol Burnett would, as a signal. Anyway, I used to do that whole outro. I'm just going to give my little ending soon. And again, tomorrow will be more show. I had a good time today. Such a good time today. 2-hour show, almost exactly. Nice.